Hello, my name is Dr. Barry Doublestein, and I welcome you to the fourth installment of the Writing Essentials video series, designed to help make your written communication highly effective. Today's video is entitled Grammar, the Mother of Writing Essentials. I don't know about you, but by the time I was a senior in high school, I was tired of grammar. As I look back now, I realize how grateful I am for those teachers driving me to excellence in grammar. There is no question that English grammar is not an easy nut to crack, especially if English is not your native language. But grammar is the mother of writing essentials. Failure here diminishes your voice and may even drive people away from what you're attempting to convey. I bristle even today every time I read or hear improper grammar, most likely thanks to Mr. Yonkers and Mr. Alexander, my high school English teachers, who relentlessly corrected my infractions over and over again. So here I am, a few years later, correcting the infractions of students who, like me at an earlier age, just needed a little help. It is impossible to do the subject of grammar justice in a short video such as this one, but I can draw your attention to a few consistent errors that seem to rear their ugly head often. Let's begin. One very common error is improper subject and verb agreement. If the subject of the sentence is singular, the verb must be also. On the other hand, plural subjects require plural verbs. By the way, this is an excellent example of how it is used in a sentence. The incorrect usage would be plural subjects requires plural verbs. You'd be surprised at how often this occurs. Another common error is tense shift within sentences or paragraphs. This occurs when a writer changes from one verb tense to another, usually from past to present. For example, she wrote the paper and then hands it in for grading. The proper way to state this is, she wrote the paper and handed it in for grading. Another common error is using the wrong voice. That is, the voice is either active or passive. Active voice is when the subject performs the action of the verb. For example, Mary wrote the paper. On the other hand, the passive voice is when the subject is acted upon by the verb, as in, the paper was written by Mary. The best writers use the active voice, for it keeps readers engaged, as if they're part of the story. Another common error is the inconsistent use of point of view perspective within the same piece. When we talk about point of view, I mean the perspective from which the story is told. There are three different options. Telling the story from the first person by use of words like I or we puts the reader into the mind of the writer. Telling the story from the second person point of view uses words like you or your. Telling the story from the third person uses words like he, she, it, or one. The first person point of view can be powerful, however, third person is richer. The common error is mixing points of view within a piece. The best writers pick one point of view and stick with it through to the end. So as we complete this video, let me encourage you to view Grammar, the Mother of Writing Essentials, Part 2, in which we will discuss a few additional common errors that, if fixed, will improve your writing dramatically.